Good morning, Fly Nubian Queens family. How are you guys doing? I am Ronic West, one of the contributors here at Fly Nubian Queens. I wanted to talk to you guys this morning as I drive to one of my clients' locations regarding the conversation with Dapper Dan or his posts regarding Gucci. I just thought this was very interesting, but before I get started, make sure you go ahead and share out this broadcast. Be sure that you subscribe to flynubianqueen.com. Text Queens to 31996 just in case you want to know when all the queens go live. As you come into the room, make sure you tell me your name and where you're from so I can shout you out. As well as if you want to learn about business or money, go to flynubianmoney.com or flynubianbusiness.com and then shop for gear at shopfnq.com. So be sure you do that. Now, hey Justin, how are you? It's gonna be a quick conversation. You guys know I had to go in about this, right? Hey Raquel from Detroit. I come on usually Wednesday afternoon with the Queens Round Table, and then I come on with business tips from you guys as well, and then just conversations about social commentary. Just so you know a little bit about me, I'm a business consultant. I'm also president of the Black Chamber in my local area. Now, let's get into this conversation. Grand Rising, everybody. Hope you're having a great week, right? Man, I hope you had an awesome January. 2019 is going to be a life-changing year for everybody, I'm telling you guys. So get started with whatever you're waiting on. I just feel it. Good morning, Stacy from Olin Mills, Maryland. Okay, so Dapper Dan did his post about Gucci, right? I really have not followed Dapper Dan that much. I do hear a lot about him because, you know, a lot of people do support him and so forth. And I know that he is like one of the designers in Gucci now. I think he works for them officially. Somebody correct me if I'm right. I know that he was once, I think, just a I think he used to be an entrepreneur that did his own clothing, right? He was always a stylist, or I think he was a black designer at first before he started working at Gucci, right? So I want to say that was the case before he actually got officially hired on at Gucci. First off, that whole statement and then the comments were very disheartening to me. This whole disrespect we have towards black entrepreneurs or black business owners have to stop for the health of our community. He only pointed out people who have t-shirt lines. You mean to tell me there is no black designers out here that are designing clothes? You know, I mean, like, that was just so disrespectful. Like, maybe some t-shirt designers do consider themselves a black designer, which is a design in itself. But I know it's plenty of black designers who actually make clothing as well. Because you hear about the thing with Fashion Nova, where Fashion Nova is always stealing from black designers because they know they don't have the, the following or the marketing team behind them. So they always take outfits from black designers that are unknown that they're following that make designs. Go read his statement on Facebook regarding Gucci. He basically said, in a nutshell, that, you know, being a designer is way more than just putting out a t-shirt line. It takes years and years to perfect this craft. You got to understand that we have to be, he was just being very condescending to me in his statement. I'm being honest. And a lot of people was agreeing with him as if we don't know how to be entrepreneurs or business owners. And then he was basically saying in his statement that it was very disrespectful to kind of like, you got to understand it takes years and years and years, and having a t-shirt line is not being a black designer. So to me, he just disrespected black entrepreneurs, period. Now, you can go read his statement and maybe you take it differently, but for him to only point out t-shirt, people who make t-shirts and sell them, which do very well. Like my business is business consultant, but I got all my startup money from selling t-shirts at first. And that wasn't even my business model. It was just a way for me to make money. So it's a good way to make money to fund your business that you're going to go into. He'll see when we take that over. So that was very disrespectful. And then he talked about the meeting with Gucci. So he posted this after Gucci did their meeting with whoever the team they decided to talk to discuss the black face sweater that they came out with. I'm more on the line of, we're no longer boycotting. You just need to be shopping black at this point. Stop letting shopping black be a boycott. It should be your first priority, number one. So it shouldn't even be a boycott that happens with these different entities. And Gucci already said that they didn't even understand it was a big deal because they don't market to black people anyway. So they didn't even understand why it was such a big deal. They we trying to market to a whole different crowd than black people. So they said they didn't even understand why it was a big issue. And then the statement that they did release, they talked about diversity, of course. Now we know that diversity don't help us. A lot of people get excited about this meeting and about this conversation they had and this statement they released on IG, Gucci, and so forth. And they're talking about putting diversity. The black people was the ones that first of all got outraged about it. Number one. They the ones started the hashtag that said boycott Gucci. You putting out something about diversity does not address black people directly. Black people stop falling for this. We have too many policies, too many things that are in existence already where if it doesn't directly say African Americans or black people, we do not get benefited from it. When you drill down to the numbers, we're still very much 5% or less in that. I'm talking about when they do business initiatives, when they do this, trying to stop, trying to rehabilitate the hood, when they talking about, we're going to make sure that more minorities get business loans, all those things that they put out that's supposed to help black business owners and black people in general, or the black community. It's not working when they throw in the word minority and diversity. Now, I ain't saying there's anything wrong with it. Just understand that does not directly impact black people. That's all I want to make sure that we're clear on. And this is why it's very important people look at numbers and study numbers, because you'll really get tripped up by that POC term, that minority term, and that diversity term. Those three terms are very dangerous to black people. So now as you come into the room, I want to make sure that you share out this broadcast. Be sure you subscribe to flynewbeanqueen.com and text Queens to 31996. Like I said, we're going to have a quick conversation. I'm on the way to a client and I wanted to kind of talk about this. So go read his statement on Gucci and the conversation that they had. But I don't want the people who are outraged by Gucci. Now, if you're still going to shop Gucci, that's totally up to you. That's what you decide to do. I really don't argue with folks about those type of things anymore. It's a done. I really don't have the type of energy. But for people who are trying to find the black designers that are really changing their spending habits to really shop black, it's plenty of high-end black designers out there right now. I have a black high-end purse that I just got here for my birthday. Let me show you to you guys, and I love it. Leather good. It's a husband and wife team. Look them up. GS. I'm trying to see if I can show it to you guys. So make sure, stop thinking that you cannot buy black-owned quality stuff. You can. And the other thing is, these entertainers and so forth, we wouldn't even know about these white designers if they were not pushing them in their records, pushing them on IG, pushing them when they post things. You wouldn't even know about them. If they push black-owned designers, they would be the ones that you would be shopping, you'd be looking for, because it would be a thing, right? I always talk about how the black community really has control. A lot of people want to be black, but they don't want to be black, right? So when we're, wearing our hair in extensions, when we're rocking something, you notice everybody else start rocking it, it become mainstream, becomes fly, It's no longer ghetto, you know. It's the end thing to do. So we have to be really careful and understand where our power is that we have right now while we're building other things. I don't know about black-owned manufacturers. I will definitely try to research. But you know what? Make sure you connect with WeBuyBlack.com. It's a lot of Buy Black initiatives that are growing right now that have a lot of access to a lot of different companies that are black-owned. I love We Buy Black because they're on a mission to make sure everything we need as a common household product is black-owned and black manufactured. So that's one I always shout out because I understand what their mission is. They already have a laundry detergent. They got a battery out. They got the man underwear out, which I can't never get when I go to Atlanta because they always sold out. But you can order online too. So they are on that mission, and so I always shout them out. So make sure you connect with them if you don't know about them. Let's see. They never understand or care about our culture, but it's us that buy. Without a money, there is no economy. It will fail. That is agreeable. I agree with you on that, Tony Davis. I agree with that because this is what I was doing a statement one day on my Facebook, and I was just saying, you know what? Even if we are supporting companies, let's say that they get the majority of their money from black consumers, like a Hennessy. Like Hennessy's a good product that I can talk about. I said I was going to try to dig and find and have time to go, but I'm getting ready to fly out to DC too. But I said I was going to dig and actually see about Gucci and how much they actually get from black, consumers, if I can find those numbers. I know Hennessy definitely gets like 90% of their revenue from black consumers. So if black people stop buying Hennessy today, it would literally go out of business. And what I was stating on my Facebook at one point in time, I was like, any business that is getting 50% or more of their revenue from black people should either be producing in black communities. Their warehouses should be in black communities. They should be providing jobs. That was just one thing I was just stating because at this point, a lot of us get tricked up by a lot of different things because of consumerism and what's been happening on the, what's been happening with socialization, white supremacy, and so forth. We don't understand that certain terms really hurt us. We don't understand that I don't care where you get your money from, you just need to be buying black, right? We don't get that concept yet, right? Like that our dollar stays in our community only 6 hours. In other communities, not only do they have our dollars, but they keep their dollars within their communities, right? So it's really more of a term of survival and thrive than it is anything else, because no other community is spending their dollars really outside of their community. They may be getting their money from us, their revenue from us, but they really do shop within their community for the most part. And a lot of people's like, well, I can't do it because it takes too much time, or I can't find what I need, and it's too inconvenient. The prices is not right, this, that, and the other. So let me challenge that whole thought process here, because the reason why you can't get to the convenience, the reason why the pricing is kind of high is because we're not shopping with them. So just in case you don't know, a lot of time black business owners, they're paying more for the same thing a white business owner may do, because they can't have a manufacturer that will charge them fairly. Like I know black businesses that will send, like if they get a ally that's in the same business as them, they will have them go buy their products just because they will get charged less. See, it's a lot of things that we don't understand because we're not reinvesting back into our community, and so forth. We have to do it first. We have to set the trend, and then everybody else will come on board. Because people follow black people whether they saying it or not. They follow what we do. They follow how we move. They follow how we dance. They follow everything we rocking. If we start setting that trend of just buying black without even having to say it, do you know that black businesses will just take off? And we'll just be like, hey, we shopping at this business without even saying what business it is. If our entertainers truly pushed black-owned designers, like they push Gucci and Prada, and all these other disrespectful companies that disrespect the heck out the community. And no, I want more than $1 million to fund a organization, or $17 million. I need you to put a factory in the Black community and give jobs. Then I may listen to what you're doing, because $1 million here and there, when you have $1 billion industry, is nothing. That's a small percentage to pay for the BS you keep doing. So we got to get serious as a people and make sure that we don't fall for this trickery that's out here. Even when we have our entertainers and the people that we follow, because they have high social media following or likes, or, you know, because they're in the entertainment industry, they're actors or whatever it may be. Pay attention to what they're directing you to, because at the end of the day, it may be harmful to the Black community. You know, challenge them, which I love that Black people are starting to challenge and ask questions. I am so proud of our people right now. Because I know a lot of people are trying to attack us, trying to say we're Russian bots, that we're asking too many questions. Like, just do a boycott, don't stop shopping there forever. Like, start being smart. No, we want you to be in our community and make sure you get money from us. Make sure you truly set up shop within our community, and make sure you have something that's happening every single day that you're in business, not just once in a while, or not just putting up one Black designer, Dapper Dan, into your industry, and that's it. That's not a win for us. When you see the first Black thing, a designer, the first time, I remember it was a company I just talked about that said they had finally had the first Black model on the runway, and everybody's like, oh, he made history. The way, anytime you read the first Black African-American this, first Black African-American that, read it like this, because wording is everything. This is the first time in history Gucci has allowed a Black designer to be on this magnitude in their company. Reread it as that, because that just shows you that's an industry that is controlled by them. Because we know our people are talented and have been since the beginning of time. So you can't say that nobody has been qualified, and it should not be at least 50, 100% of your company should be Black. Reread all those statements. I don't care if it's a doctor. I don't care if it's a person who just became the CEO of whoever, Starbucks. Reread it as the first Black person they allowed to do this, and your mind will begin to change. You'll begin to understand why it's so important that we shop Black. Okay, family, I just wanted to have this quick conversation with you guys. I was very disappointed in that statement and very disheartened by the comments I was reading underneath there. That just shows you how we just don't understand the mindset of supporting our Black-owned businesses, how the trickery happens with diversity and minority and POC, and we don't understand that our wealth is sitting at $1,487 as Black people right now. It has went down historically. We have got to stop being okay with being oppressed for 464 years. Stop allowing the trickery to happen. Okay? So let me go. Make sure you subscribe to FlyNewBeingQueen.com. Text Queens to 31996. I'm almost to my destination. If you want to learn about business and money, make sure you go to FlyNewBeingBusiness.com and shop FlyNewBeingMoney.com. Also, don't forget to shop for the fly gear at shopfnq.com. Follow me on Instagram at Ronic West. You can find out everything I have going on. Family, I want you guys to have a great and prosperous week, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a blessed Tuesday.